And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Louisiana Motor Speedways. We're getting set for race number 6 of the very first season of the NR2003 Diva Busch Series. Getting set to go racing for 50 laps of racing. It was a very calm and quiet truck series race here yesterday as our pole sitter went to victory lane in the truck series. That would be Abigail Furling. Who will win here in the Diva Busch Series? We're going to have to wait and see. Trixie Tang starts on the pole position for today's race. Trixie Tang comes into this race, if I can find her in the points, 39th to be exact. Not the start for that Marines team. We'll see how she will do here today. Carolina Bradley will start alongside. She took the points lead after a solid run in yesterday's Truck Series race. However, she is 21st in the points here in the Diva Busch Series. We'll see if that will change here today. Angela Thornburg in row number 2 after a nice result last week at Darlington, up to 13th in the point standings. And Sydney Ball alongside, she is 38th in points after a nice solid run last week at Darlington Raceway. And Emma Kaiser complete the top 5 after a struggling race yesterday in the Diva Truck Series. Leela Bakai is the points leader by 37 points over Balam Kim. Sally Ford is 38 points back in third. Natalie Fisher is 4th in the standings, 39 back. 3 of the 4 winners, 3 of the 4 drivers in points are former winners this season. Balam Kim has yet to find victory lane here in this series. April Winters is 5th. Hopefully she learned something from watching her sister Alex get a top 10 result in yesterday's Truck Series race, as the command has been already given. Xiao Dang is 6th in the standings. Caitlin Roy is 7th. Selena Diaz is 8th. Darlene Ward is 9th, and Annie James complete the top 10. Pace car is off. 50 laps around Louisiana for the Diva Bliss Series. Will we have a caution for the first time this race weekend? We'll have to see. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Louisiana. Trixie Tang will get the first lap leg. Carolina Bradley loosey-goosey off of turn number 4, but kept the Nesquik Bunny machine under control. Truck Series race yesterday was hot and slick. It is cloudy, and that has a lot more grip here in the Diva Busch Series race. We're being told Sally Ford is off the lead lap for some reason. That's, by the way, 3rd in points. Let's investigate why she is off on the lead. Apparently, she had a problem, or she actually jumped the start, actually, we're being told. That's probably what happened, as Cal Bambergia just got loose off of turn number 4, but managed to save it. It's a break for Sally Ford, who comes in this race, as I said, 3rd in points. Balam Kim, who, by the way, came in this race 2nd in points. Let's see where the points leader is running. Leela Bakai, 14th. Checking back here at the rear of the field, there's Megan Knight, who did not take the start last week at Darlington. Finished dead last, but not doing any better. And Natalie Fisher's back here at the rear of the field. That's 4th in the point standing. So a couple of drivers running well in points are going to take some hits in the standings right now. There's Joanna Berg on McDowell, Wanda McBride. Tatiana Guerra, who made her Truck Series debut yesterday. Let's see where she finished yesterday. Tatiana Guerra. She finished 37th yesterday, so it has not been a very good weekend for Tatiana Guerra. Elizabeth Gardner's back here. Askarov, who had a great run yesterday in the truck race, not a good run today. Annika Watanabe ran the truck race yesterday. There's Azara Mirmoez. Lady Flores back here. There's Elena Lydia, who had a bad race yesterday. There's April Winters. Her sister Alex finished in the top 10 in yesterday's Truck Series race. Unfortunately, not having a good run here today. Trixie Tang still the race leader here. Next week, we will go to Richmond International Raceway, hopefully for some much better racing on the channel. Angela Thornburg, who was in contention until she got up in the wall and ruined her momentum last week at Darlington Raceway, up here having a solid run today. And looks like we might have our first lead change, but that didn't work because Angela got a little tight there. Thornburg came in this race 13th in the point standing, so Allie Fisher, there's Megan Knight. That'd be 2 weeks in a row. Megan Knight has had bad finishes. Last week didn't even take the green at Darlington. This week, not even doing any better. I can tell you the points are really going to get shaken up. Emma Kaiser running in the 5th position. Kaiser comes in this race 28th in the point standing, so she's off to a struggling start to the season. I can tell you a couple of drivers who are struggling in the points table, this is exactly what they needed. And a lot of drivers who were running well in points coming into this race are going to take some hits, which means Louisiana is going to shake up the points again heading into next week at Richmond. Let's go on board Trixie Tang in the 25. Whoa, Trixie Tang got a bit loose there, trying to get underneath the 37. And looky there, just like that, our first lead change of the race weekend. Angela Thornburg capitalized on the 25's misfortunes and will take the race lead at the halfway point. There's something we haven't had all weekend, a lead change. I think the big problem is trying to get around lap traffic. That's going to be the big problem for these leaders. Tang will drop back to second. Carolina Bradley back is still in third. And Carolina had I think Carolina did well yesterday in the truck series. I'm going to check because yeah, she is the points leader in the Diva Truck Series, Carolina Bradley. Balam Kim currently in fourth. Remember, she came as very second in points, trying to capitalize on the misfortunes of Leela Bakai. Leela's moving her way up to 12th in the standings. Balam Kim's only 8 spots ahead of her. Excuse me. April Winter is running in 20th. Apologize if my roommate interrupted me. I'm trying to commentate this race. Angela Thornburg having a very quiet run. As I said, 13th in points. Remember, in the truck race yesterday, Abigail Furling came into this race yesterday 13th in the point standings. And if Angela Thornburg goes to victory lane, let me see who's 13th in the points in the Diva Cup Series coming into that race. That would be Annie Crenshaw. So Annie Crenshaw needs to do something that needs to happen. Of course, you will see Annie Crenshaw and the other 41 ladies tomorrow for the Diva Cup Series, as we will cap off this race weekend here at Louisiana before we head off to our favorite track, Richmond, next week. Down to 10 laps of racing to go. Trixie Tang trying to find a way to get around the Outdoor Channel Chevrolet. As Angela Thornburg trying just to hold off the Marine team, but still a good run for Trixie Tang, a driver who came in very struggling in the points table. So this is a very well-needed run from Trixie Tang. And we'll see what this is going to do, as I said, to the points heading into next week's race at Richmond. Have to have a battle for third between Carolina Bradley and Balam Kim. Emma Kaiser, who's having a lot better day than yesterday. Kaiser ended up in the 30s today. This is a nice bounce back run. The same can't be said to Tatiana Guerra. And Sydney Ball is out of the race due to an engine failure. A valve broke on the 79. That's not good for Sydney. And Sydney Ball came into this race. So we're down to 2 laps to go here. Sydney Ball came in this race 38th in the points. This is not what Sydney Ball needed. Next time by will be the white flag here at Louisiana. White flag for Angela Thornburg on the final lap of today's race. Off a turn, going through 3 and 4. Angela Thornburg will get her first career Diva Busch Series win. Tried. Nice valiant effort by Trixie Tang, but it was not enough as Angela Thornburg will win the Cheddar's 300 presented by Alsco. And Angela Thornburg was 13th in the points. Abigail Furling, who won yesterday's truck race, was also 13th in the points. If I'm Annie Crenshaw in tomorrow's Diva Cup Series race, I better win the race from, you guessed it, 13th in the points. Trixie Tang, who having a struggling season, will get second. That's still a great run for her. Way down the points table, 39th to be exact, actually. But Carolina Bradley will get third. Bradley 21st in the points will move her way through the top 20 in points. Balam Kim, I can guarantee you, will take the points lead from Leela Bakai heading into next week's race with a 4th place result. Emma Kaiser will come away in the 5th position. Kaiser came into this race 28th in the points, so she's moving her way through the points table the last couple of weeks. Yvonne Dooney, a great run for her in 6th, 34th in the standings. Needed a good run. Good run for her. Mackenzie Servino. Didn't talk much about that 49 team. Comes away with the 7th place result. She was 16th in the points, so she'll continue to move her way through the points table as well. Calip Ambrosia will get 8th. Great run for that 21 team. 22nd in points. Nice bounce back run from her. Prue Granger bounce back result after a tough race last week at Darlington. She'll come away with a 9th place finish. And Granger came into this race, Prue Granger, 19th in the points. So she will move her way through the points table. And Jayla Durazin, who had a not a good race yesterday in the truck race, caps off with a 10th place result. And Durazin comes into this race 29th in the points. So talk about needing a good run after she's had a struggle in the last couple of weeks. Becky Sampson, Leela Bakai, the points leader. Alexandria Sarnes, a little bit better race than her yesterday. Darby King and Darlene Ward will complete the top 15. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. A couple of drivers who came in this race running very well in the points are going to take some hits in the points. Tatiana Guerra, 24th in the points, 35th. And she didn't even finish great yesterday in the truck race. Boy, she's going to take a massive hit. Megan Knight, 2 weeks in a row. Last week didn't even take the green flag. This week, 39th, 1 lap down. Ouch. Natalie Fisher was 3rd in the points, or 4th in the standings, 40th, 1 lap down. Sally Ford, 3rd in points, 1 lap down. And Sydney Ball was the only gal that finished out of the race due to an engine failure, which is a valve. And we also had one driver DNF yesterday's truck race due to an engine failure. So something tells me we may end up having somebody drop out of the race in tomorrow's Diva Cup race due to you guessed it, a mechanical failure. I have a feeling that could be the case, but I'm not going to be nicky picky as far as that is concerned. But that's going to do it from here at Louisiana. Angela Thornburg makes it 6 for 6 here in the Diva Busch Series as she will take the win. Balam Kim will take the points lead heading into next week's race. But Louisiana once again shakes up the points heading into next week at Richmond International Raceway. But we still got to cap off this race weekend with the Diva Cup Series from Louisiana, here in Simpson, Louisiana, which I'm actually going to look it up after I'm done with this race, but I got to see where it's at. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's little bit better. At least we had a lead change for once. Race here at Louisiana. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Rate Crew today. We've shown your full finish results. You will see your point standings heading into next week at Richmond. And we will see you guys next time for the Cup race here at Louisiana. Until then, I've been Divas signing off as you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCS Rate TV, the best in racing since 2017.